Grand Rising. Good day. And good night. I hope you all are doing well. Welcome to Aloha Kadem's channel. Welcome to 144 from the stars. Tarot. Let's go ahead and give Odin a treat. There you are, sir. Thank you so much for being here, guys. I greatly appreciate you. So I'm going to just give a brief explanation of this name of God. I think this is going to be like a new thing I do because there's so many different names of God, and like I just love God so much. So it'll be like a little mini lesson at the beginning of the reading. So you may have heard me say aloha, and then in this message you may have heard me say aloha. Aloha is a different conjugation of the Hebrew word of Elohim. And so Aloha means my God. It's like possessive of it being mine. Aloha means God of. So you will oftentimes see Aloha and then another word afterwards. So when you see Aloha or hear Aloha, it means God of, and then the word following, that would tell you God of what. So I said Aloha Kadem. So Kadem is the Hebrew word that translates into a few different things. One of the words, one of the meanings of this word is east. It also is could be translated into ancient or old. So a lot of times people will quickly translate it into eternity or eternal, but it's more accurately God, the ancient God of the East. So yeah, that's our little mini lesson on Hebrew words of God, or names of God. Let's go ahead and get started with some word. I'm going to be reading from the book of Proverbs. I'm going to be reading from chapter 24. I'm going to read verse 13 through, I think, 18? No, 19. No, 20. Sorry, 13 through 20. All right. My son, eat honey because it is good, and the honeycomb, which is sweet to your taste. So shall the knowledge of wisdom be to your soul. When you have found it, then there shall be a reward, and your expectation shall not be cut off. Lay not in wait, O wicked man, against the dwelling of the righteous. Spoil not his resting place. For a just man falls 7 times and rises up again, but the wicked shall fall into mischief. Rejoice not when your enemy falls, and let not your heart be glad when he stumbles, lest Yahuwah sees it, and it displease him, and he turn away his wrath from him. Fret not yourself because of the evil men, neither be envious at the wicked, for there shall be no reward to the evil man. The candle of the wicked shall be put out. Don't worry, I didn't forget the totem. Well, I did kind of forget the totem. Give me 1 second. The totem is going to be an orca. Shoo. I am changing my schedule of when I work and record, and I'm also changing when I wake up. I'm trying to manage my time, so I'm getting up early in the morning, and I'm trying to record early in the morning. And my brain just ain't been working because I've been behind on sleep. So that's what's going on. I will adjust and will maintain. Hopefully this will at least help me with time management, balancing work and then family life, as well as being a little more consistent with the recording. So just bear with my my brain not braining for a little while. I'll adjust. All right. So, ancient god of the east and an orca, a killer whale, also known as. Why? Well, whoever this message is for, I sense that you are loyal. You are extremely loyal, and you're very loyal to God. And you also you have a very good heart. But we're also a spirit in this human experience, and that gives us a range of emotions. We also have our own, tendencies to work through. It's very easy for us to carry burdens in our heart, for us to get hurt or to get upset or to get triggered or to take things personal. And it's all part of this experience. As frustrating or tiring or bothersome as it can be, we move forward. Okay. Now, I believe this message is for someone that's been you've been doing your best to be your best, but you've also been attacked at all ends and places. Now, fortunately, you're doing quite well. Regardless of how hard you may be on yourself, you're doing quite well. And you are pleasing to El. You're pleasing to God. You're doing good. Even though sometimes it might not feel like you're doing all that great, that's just you being hard on yourself. So try to lighten up and lighten that heart space and release some of these burdens that we may be unnecessarily carrying. Okay. And, it is because we care. I am just as guilty of this. I could be OCD at times. I can be heavily critical of myself. So, it takes one to know one, right? I'm not judging anyone or getting on to anyone. I'm just trying to help you and relate to your experience. All right. I don't think people really care for a teacher or a guide that's not relatable or can't relate to the struggle. It's like, why should I listen to you? What do you know? Right? So I want you to know that I can relate to whatever, is going on with you. I can relate. All right. So with you being attacked on all ends and places, there is a particular controlling masculine energy. It doesn't have to be a male necessarily, but they are in masculine energy and they're trying to dominate and control your reality. Ugh, I'm so tired of that theme. This is an energy I've been picking up on a lot recently this past month. I'm still picking up on their energy. In previous messages, I've said I've gotten tired of their energy. Now, I want to point out that I'm not tired of me reading for you, viewer. I am tired of this person bothering you. And that's what I'm tired of. I'm tired of you not having the relief yet. And I'm sure you are too. And I'm probably picking up on your energy of being tired of this person. So I don't want you to take that personal, as if I'm saying I'm tired of doing my job and being there for you. No, not at all. You are not a burden to me as the reader. So don't ever feel like your energy, your woes, your problems, your struggles are a burden to me or God or others. We are here to help, and we are here to help lighten that burden. So I don't want you to pull away, out of desire to preserve me or whatever. No, this is literally my job to do this. So thank you, though. That shows your character. But no, thank you. Okay, please stay. Please stay. I'm trying to help. I want you to receive help. I want this burden to be lightened, and I want this asshole to go away. I want this person to get out your fucking energy. Damn, all right? You're doing a pretty good job for yourself, and whoever this person is to you, they're getting frustrated because they feel stuck. Now, in addition to, I would like to say, you're doing a really good job, and as far as this controlling masculine energy is concerned, they feel stuck because they're not able to actually dominate and control you like they want. So that's good, right? Unfortunately, and whether this person knows it or not, the energy that they're projecting onto you isn't able to control you or affect you or influence you the way they want. They want to control you like a little puppet. But they're not able to do that. But the butt is the big old butt, the big old ass of this situation, the freaking donkey in the room, is that there are low vibrational people around you. And so this energy that's being projected, while it might not be able to influence or control you, there are some asshats in the room that are so far shoved up in there that they are influenced by this energy. So then you got petty little bird bitches. You've got, toxic masculine energies, toxic feminine energies. And they don't even understand why they being so low vibrational and petty and bitchy and shitty with you. And it's literally because they're not strong enough to overcome the energy that's being projected onto you. So this is how it is affecting you. It's affecting you by the environment and the people around you. And that is very toxic, and it's annoying, and it can be overwhelming, and it's like, oh my goodness, can I just get the fuck away from you? Like, why is it even when I'm on the road, I got to deal with your energy? Even when I'm in my home, I got to deal with your energy. Even when I'm at work, I got to deal with your energy. Even when I'm at the store, I got to deal with this person's energy, and this person might not even be around you, but yet they're so heavily fixated on you that it's affecting the world and the people and the environment around you. And that shit can be tiring. That shit can be overwhelming. That shit can just be awful. And it is. This person's awful. And I'm tired of this person being in your life. I'm tired of their influence. I'm tired of being tired, right? I feel you, collective. I get it. This person's an asshole. They're just straight up, point blank, plain and simple. Now, there are some serious judgments coming upon this person, and you are having victory over it. But this is kind of like it's a battle won over time, where you'll finally get that final victory. Now, for some of you, this has been going on for years and years and years. All right, I hear you, but you're getting stronger. All right, you're getting better at protecting your energy, and you've also done a really good job at taking accountability of the parts of yourself that maybe this person's intentions does trigger and bring to the surface. It does kind of bring things up to the forefront. And if we're transparent and honest with ourselves, we can be like, okay, well, let me look at this wound, and let me heal this, and let me heal that, and let me do this, and let me do that. Just make sure you're not getting to the point to where you're the critic of yourself and you're tearing yourself down. That's not the point of this. When you reflect on these things and you feel like you're torn inside out and shredded to a bunch of fucking pieces, the point isn't to continue to shred yourself to a bunch of pieces and continue to tear yourself inside out and bring yourself down. The point is to look at all these pieces and put the parts of yourself that actually resonate with who you truly are, and leave the pieces that are not. Kind of like when you're listening to collective readings. Take the parts that resonate, leave the parts that don't. So when you feel torn to pieces and torn to shreds, in a way, you could use that as an opportunity for ego dissolution, right? You're all spread out and got all these, kind of gives you a different layer of perspective, okay? So these are things that I have learned when I have been in these similar states that I'm feeling in the collective right now. So I just want you to know that you are supported and you are loved, all right? Whoever this person is, they're not getting what they want out of you, and it's pissing them off. And they are feeling defeated. So I want you to know that. Even though there are things that are still annoying you and triggering you, and there's people in your environment that are being assholes to you, yeah, like if you were to shift your perspective, you could look at it as this manipulative asshole that's behind the scenes, that's trying to be the Wizard of Oz type deal, behind the curtain, the man behind the curtain, right? They're not even getting what they want. They're spending all this time and energy trying to dominate and control you, and they can't even do that. So, hello, look how strong you are. Give yourself some props on that. Like, this person is feeling defeated, and they are exhausting themselves doing this, and they're depleting themselves. And they do feel that, and they do feel frustrated, and they do feel overwhelmed, and they do feel burdened by this, because a lot of energies are coming back to them. They're getting their ass handed to them by spirit. Don't let this bullshit fool you into thinking that they're just sitting all high and mighty and everything's fine for them. No, it's not. That's a front. They're getting their ass handed to them. Okay? Now, in addition to this, the people that are around you, right? There's no need to compare ourselves to others, but I do feel like you do deserve a little bit of a pick-me-up and a little bit of like confidence boost, okay? The people that are attacking you or acting on these lower vibrational energies that are being projected towards you, which can't actually affect you because you're too high vibrational, too pure, too innocent, too uncorruptible for it, right? but there's people around you that are not. Okay? Now, that just goes to show how strong you really are. You are so strong that you're able to not only put this Wizard of Oz man behind the curtain in his fucking place, whether they want to admit it or see it or not, they're not having their way with you. And two, look at how, like, there's so many people that are unable to not be a fucking puppet. And yet here you are, sovereign, independent. So I know it's overwhelming, but I want you to look in the mirror and see how strong and resilient you are. This is about your understanding of yourself. This isn't about you judging or condemning or putting other people down to feel up. This is just you realizing that you are up. Realize your worth. Realize how strong you are. Realize that you, a singular person, is resisting all of this all at once. I think that deserves some credit, don't you? Well, God's given you some credit too. And the spirits that back you are giving you credit too. And I know it might be really easy to be so hard and so critical of yourself, but you don't actually deserve all that harshness and criticism. So try to shift your perspective on yourself a little bit, and it might lighten that burden on your heart. And you may be able to see the situation around you a little bit differently. What you might actually begin to see is that people are getting their ass handed to them. The bird bitches are bitter and miserable. This little asshat behind the curtain person that's trying to manipulate and dominate your reality and control things is burdened and unsuccessful and weakened. And you're getting stronger. And all the little pieces that they're able to fester up these unhealed wounds, all it's doing is speeding up your healing process. Now, the fast track to ascension and healing, oh my gosh, it's kind of miserable sometimes. There's some times of it that are tiring, that are suffering, that are misery and pain. All right, but look how fast on a soul level you're developing, and you're integrating so many parts of yourself, and you're bringing these unintegrated shadow pockets of your soul to the surface, to your awareness, and you're healing it, you're releasing it, and like that is painful as shit. It's agonizing, it's frustrating, it's tiring, like it can feel burdensome. And I want to help you, collective, understand what's going on here and feel like you're standing on top of it rather than feeling like the wave is crashing over you. Because if you were to see it the way I see it and the way Spirit sees it and the way, God is seeing it and all this, Jesus is seeing it, you're riding this wave. Now you might be looking behind you, seeing the surfboard. You might be seeing some of the white waters crashing on the back of your board, and you might be able to feel some of the turbulence. And if you focus on that, you'll lose your balance and fall. But if you look forward, you see how beautiful the horizon is, the shore. You see children playing on the beach, and you realize, like, even though all these monstrous forces are trying to take over you, you're still standing on that surfboard. You're still riding this wave. So pick yourself up and feel a little more confident about yourself. Maintain humbleness and don't get into this over judgmental, critical harshness that's so easy for us as spirits in this human experience to do. Myself included, I'm so guilty of this. Believe me, I have my days. I know it seems like I come on here every day and I just seem like on top of everything. Nah, I be shouting. I be having my moments. I be getting overwhelmed. I get frustrated. I break down. I have tears. I have my little moments. All right. But a righteous man can fall 7 times over and over again, but still gets back up. It's the wicked that fall into mischief. It's the wicked that fall and give in, just like the little bird bitches around you. They could have been like you and gotten overwhelmed and blah, 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 but then took accountability for things, picked themselves back up, went to God about it, humbled themselves, seeked righteousness. But no, they just get bitter, they get hardened, they get burdened, and then they give right into the low vibrational intentions and energies, and then they're just this mischievous little fuckers. But if you see it for what it is, they're miserable and they're not happy. And your light is like triggering. Oh my gosh, it's so triggering to them because you are an example of the strength that they did not exude. You are an example of the integrity that they're not showing. And a piece of them that is their soul knows that. And they're beating themselves up over it. But instead of taking accountability for it, instead of reflecting in the mirror, they want to attack you and bring you down so that way they can feel more comfortable about being in that miserable, unintegrated shadow place that they are. And even if there is some man behind the curtain, stop giving this person so much fucking power in your life and acting like there's some big bad wolf. We will huff and puff and blow his fucking house down or her fucking house down. I don't care. You're a sheep armored in God. We're not worried about the big bad wolf. We're worried about ourselves and our relationship with God. And while we do go through these turbulent moments in life, they bring us closer to our true selves and God. And ultimately, you're going to be set free. Why was the totem a killer whale, an orca? You tell me, collective. First, look at their colors. They're black and white. They have some sharp-ass teeth, too. What do whales symbolize? Just in general, whales in general. But you're also a predator species. But you've got these facts and these oils and these richness to you. You are abundant. You are massive. You are huge. I can't imagine how many prey of the ocean it would take down a killer whale. But they're trying, aren't they? They're trying. But you're still on top. And while it might hurt, while they're nibbling at you and they're gnawing at you and they're chewing at you, you're still okay. You're still here another day. You're still riding that wave. You're still staying on top of it. It's the energies and the entities and the vessels around you that are really succumbing to the energy, that are really feeling burdened. Now, remember, don't delight in the fall of the enemy because then judgment will shift to humble your ass. Stay humble and just stay reflective in yourself and continue to do what you do best. Be yourself and put your happiness first. Put your self-worth first. And as you continue to maintain this righteousness and this as best as you can holiness, I mean, you can't be too hard on yourself, but it is good to be accountable. Don't get caught in these traps, these parasitic worms of the human psyche, where we're so hard on ourselves, or we're critical. Don't do that. All right? But utilize the situation as a spiritual tool for your own soul's development and growth and move forward. And as you do this and you continue this, you'll be unstoppable. You'll be unbreakable. And everyone else around you, believe me, they see it. They know it. That's why they hate you. But we don't hate them, do we? It can be, might get angry. We might get frustrated. We might hate the evil that they're doing, but we don't hate them. And truthfully, if really came down to it, most of us probably just want what's best for everyone, but they don't want that for themselves. And that's their choice. That is their choice. But you have the free will to make yours. And your choice is to put yourself and the God in you first. In the most respectful, righteous, and humble way. And that sets you apart. That sets you apart from the rest. Not so you can then use that as comparison and then take judgment into your own hands and heart. Not, then you'll fall. Then you'll have to be humbled. But if you ride this wave, you maintain this righteousness, you'd be surprised where it takes you. You might be able to ride this wave for miles and miles and miles out. And when that wave crashes, another one comes up and peaks right at the perfect time. And you catch that one too. Wow, you're a pro at this. I've never seen someone surf waves like that. You've been riding these waves out for like several moons, several tides, storms, monsoons, big, ginormous waves. Here you are. You still, I mean, dang. The person who made that surfboard should like be famous because that thing is resilient and tough. Must be made out the bones of your enemies or something. Like, I don't know. You strong. You strong. And you're loved. Ain't pulled a single card. And I don't think we needed to. You made it this far. I know you're a star. Okay? So don't be too hard on yourself. It's going to be okay. All right. I'm going to go ahead and leave this reading here. If you like the way that I read, please be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe. I greatly appreciate each and every single one of you, and I will see you on the next collective message.